you do have options available. We are honored to have the founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have the founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have the founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. Wait, am I recording? Hello, everybody. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. Please open up that waiting room and let's let them in. All the amazing people, the names I see. I love it, love it, love it. We've got some new names, some names that are consistent, and it's that consistency, folks, that keeps feeding our minds, our souls, so we can feed our bodies and be intentional in creating a great health journey. My name is Becca Dukes, as the Director of Student Services for the Institute of Holistic Health, the hostess of this Daily with Doc program, and a leader within the Longevity organization. I am so excited to bring to you information that you can put into your toolbox. And today is like no other day, where you're going to be awed and wowed and oohed. I got to try that. It happens after every show when we have this guest on. So I'm super excited for today's program. Now, if you were invited by somebody specific, we want to make sure that you get back with that person. That person cared enough about you. So care enough about them and take the time and tell them thank you. And of course, let them know what you liked best about the program. If you're watching us on one of the streams, then make sure you send us some love. Like us, subscribe up to us, and make sure that you go to our website, dailywithdoc.com, sign up for our email list so that you can get notifications of when we're going live, what the show's about, and also what the previous day's show was about, making it easy for you to find within your email. We want to make sure that we just take all those barriers, those Jersey barriers, no matter what state they're in, out of the way so that you can find what you are needing to create that better health journey. Now, if nobody refers you to this program, you found us all on your own, then please, if you're looking for a certified holistic health coach, we do have a team standing by at our 800 number, 855-949-3377. Again, that's 855-949-3377. But again, that's for people who are not already involved with longevity as a preferred customer, or you don't have a distributor that you're working with. Now, if you've purchased in the past, you actually do have a distributor. Want to give Longevity a call, find out who that is so that you can make sure that they're being the best support to you that you deserve, because that's what they're getting paid for, folks. So Longevity corporate office number is 800-982-3189. Again, that's 800-982-3189. Now, for those of you who are live with us, make sure that you have that chat open so that you don't miss the talents of our amazing Marilyn, who is doing dictation and putting things into the chat so that you can easily take screenshots, pictures of what's being said that you feel is something that you need to add to your notes or add to your toolbox. You can also do a screenshot of it if you hear of something that you want to try, and take it back to the person that recommended this program to you and say, hey, I want to try this. So without further ado, it is my great honor and privilege to bring a kindred heart, as we both have found the benefits of herbs. And folks, when you synergistically take those benefits of the herbs and you put them together with intentional supplementation, it is amazing, absolutely amazing. Where I was able to use herbs to get me through the day, I added in the supplementation so that it's more than just get through the day, folks. It's thrive from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. So without further ado, it is my honor and privilege to bring to the screen with me, Dr. Laura Dennison. She's a master herbalist, a formulator, a doctor of naturopathic medicine. She has chosen this journey as she has helped herself through many health crises. And she, because of her ability to formulate, was able. And what may have been missing or needed to help them with their situations of health as well. So, folks, without further ado, I am honored and privileged and grateful, as today is well, every day is a grateful day, but to have Dr. Laura Dennison. Dr. Laura, thank you again for being here with us and sharing your wisdom, your knowledge. I see we have Dr. Wallach on listening as well. Thank you, Doc, for putting us on this mission and giving us this mission to be able to reach people and help people where they're at on this thing called a journey of health. So, Dr. Laura, a journey of health. Sometimes it's really easy. Other times it's pretty rocky, but it makes us who we are today, especially when we find solutions to those rocky times. Share with us a little bit, just give us a little bit of your story, and then let's go into that synergy that happens when you use herbs and supplementation. And we're going to be talking about healthy meal replacements today, folks, as well. So stay tuned. Hello, Dr. Laura. How are you?
Hello. Thank you for having me. And thank you, Dr. Wallach, for everything that you do. And I'm honored to be on this show. And so thank you so much, Becca.
Well, we are honored to be able to have this show. As we've been going with a version of this show for almost 7 years now, which is absolutely fantastic, with I think 2 years being 5 days a week, or is it 3 years being 5 days a week? Time flies when you're having fun. So, Dr. Laura, share with us a little bit about what has brought you to do what you do, so that we can share with what we're sharing today.
You know, we're all on a journey, and sometimes God puts things in your life that is just so profound and so amazing that it puts you in that path and puts you on that journey. And so we started over 25 years ago in the nutritional industry, mainly in the herbal industry. And it was because my husband got sick. I mean, that's what put us on the path. And we decided to go a different route. At the time, we didn't know any better. We didn't know anything about herbs. We didn't do supplementation. We didn't have vitamins, minerals. We were, following the guidelines of, Western medicine. And, when my husband was diagnosed with Barrett's esophagus, we just decided, there's got to be something better. There's got to be something we could do different. And that's generally sometimes why people come to us, is because they're already sick. You said the word thrive, and that's going to be my motto going into 2025 is we want to aim to thrive instead of just survive. And people are just surviving right now, and unless they're listening to us today, unless they're getting on these nutrition, unless they're listening to Dr. Wallach and you and all of these people that are have dedicated their whole life to make sure that we can stay healthy. And that's what's super exciting. So we got into the industry, like I said, he had Barrett's esophagus. We worked really hard on our diet, exercise. We changed our lifestyle, because, you can't just supplement, you have to make changes. And, we didn't know about the 10 bad food list back then, because we didn't know Dr. Wallach. And so now we have guidelines, and we have, a direction. And so we got in the nutritional industry. I went back to school because my passion was to keep my husband around. And so one of my favorite certifications was Master Herbalist. And so our line of supplements are all focused around herbs. And you talked about intentional nutrition. And so when you look at these formulas and you look at what Dr. Wallach has done, these 90 essential nutrients that are necessary, okay? It is so intentional, okay? And every ingredient that goes in is either helping with absorbability, it's helping be intentional medicinally, and that's what's exciting. So when you get these products, you're ensured that each ingredient in there is has a function and has a job to do. And so we met Dr. Wallach 9 years ago. So the Sta-Natural brand has been a part of Longevity, which we're an herbal brand, for 9 years, which is so exciting. It has changed our life. And Dr. Wallach has so many great tools for us to use. And I'm going to talk about one of them today. Okay, you guys, Dr. Wallach, okay, to write one book is pretty amazing, but he's written several. I mean, there's just too many to count. I don't even know what he's up to and what book he's working on right now. I'm sure Becca does. But you guys, he's got a book called Let's Play Herbal Doctor. Okay. And that's my products. My products that's with Longevity. Yes. See, Becca's got it, is herbs. Okay. And so we have the tools. A gentleman was talking to me last night. I was talking to a group in Australia, and he goes, "How can I talk or convince people about these products?" And I said, "Well, one, we don't want to convince. We're hoping they hear a message and they see the value. But some people want to see facts, and some people, just doesn't. They don't go off of testimonies and they don't go off of those type of results. They want to see it written and they want to see, facts. Well, Dr. Wallach, like I said, he has written so many incredible books, but this one does tug my heartstring, okay, because I love herbs. And so here's the thing that you can take with you whenever you think about herbal supplementation. Okay, so we need the building blocks, which is the 9 essential nutrients, the vitamins, the minerals, the amino acids. These are crucial for us just to, survive. Okay, but now we get to thrive. Okay, and then you get medicinal herbs. And when I say medicinal, okay, you have to think about medicine. For centuries, since I can think about biblical, and I can think about the different herbs in the Bible that are spoken, like frankincense and myrrh, and we're going to talk about frankincense today, but you've heard it a different way, and so these are things that people were using from the beginning of time. I mean, in these plants, these polyphenols, these barks, roots, leaves, herbs, all of these things have a medicinal value. Okay, it was put on this earth to help us. And so for traditional Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, that's all they use. Okay, in homeopathic medicine is they use herbal remedies to help a condition. Okay, and so when you think about it, you can think of it like medicine. Okay, is it as strong as medicine? No, because it's a chemical. Medicine is a chemical. So does it take longer sometimes to get results? Absolutely. You're feeding the body, but sometimes you can get results, immediately. Okay, whenever it comes to herbs, but it is intentional. And when you think about the Sta-Natural line of products, each one of those products was intended, okay, to do a job. And so and you get to you marry that right with the 9 essential nutrients, and they have different packs that also has medicinal herbs that goes with it, like the bone and joint pack. And I'm going to talk about one of the products that is in my line that really helps with joint health. Okay, so Becca, is it okay for me to just get started talking about products?
Let's do it.
Let's
Absolutely.
do it. Okay, and another thing is these are all in vegetarian capsules. It doesn't mean that each product is vegetarian friendly, okay, because there is some fish and different things like that. But we did put it in a vegetarian capsule. And so when you think about herbs, there's different deliveries, okay? There's tinctures, which we have a tincture line called Good Herbs, and you'll see that in the Longevity line of products. Then we also have essential oils. That's another medicinal herbs, okay, that you put on the outside of your body, okay? And then you have capsules, and you see a lot of the Sta-Natural products in the capsule form, okay? And so Stay Restored, okay, is a fantastic joint product. It really helps with the joints. And I'm going to talk about, and I just pulled it from, let's um, play Herbal Doctor, okay? So on page 439, okay, is an ingredient called white willow, okay? And white willow, and I love how Dr. Wallach just really, took, what's been researched and he put it per ingredient. Okay, so I'm going to talk about ingredients, and I'm going to list a lot of conditions that he lists in the book that white willow bark has been shown to help with. But I'm not diagnosing, treating, curing, prevent, or saying the Stay Restored is going to do that. Okay, but the ingredient has been proven to do a lot of different things, and we get to pull from our ancestors, and we get to pull from their ancestors and their ancestors and their ancestors of how they used to treat illness. Okay. So we're talking about generational, medicine, and we get to pull that from the herbs. Okay. So on page 39 is white willow. Okay. White willow bark is a remedy used for pain, fever, swelling, rheumatism, arthritis, low back pain, menopause, night sweats, hot flashes, an aphrodisiac. It reduce the risk of stroke and blood clots. And that's in that ingredient, white willow bark, that you're going to get on page 439. So if you don't have this book, you guys get it, because it is a fantastic tool. And it also goes into detail how you can use white willow bark, and how you can do different things. But we put that in the Stay Restored. Okay. So that is one of the ingredients that really helps to be a pain reliever. Now, what's interesting is, most medicine comes from that origination of an herb. And so white willow bark is the reason why we have aspirin. Okay. And so they took white willow bark, and then they put celiac acid and made it into a chemical. Okay. But what does aspirin do? It's supposed to help, the blood stay a little bit thin, and it also helps to help with pain. Okay. White willow bark, okay, is in the Stay Restored. The next ingredient that I want to talk about that's in the Stay Restored is on page 285. Okay. And it's called feverfew. Okay. This is a fun, I love this ingredient, and I get pretty excited and jazzed about herbal supplements. Okay. And what these herbs do. Okay. And so if I get a little bit crazy, it's just because I get excited. I have a passion for this. Okay. But it's a remedy used for migraines, headaches, arthritis, rheumatism, allergies, cramps, indigestion, postnatal bleeding, PMS, menstrual cramps, parasites, general tonic, blood purifiers, sedative, tranquilizer. Topical feverfew is used for a rinse or a poultice for infections, swelling, wounds, and pain, and tooth extractions. Feverfew powder is used also dusting insecticide. And so, and the great thing is there's very few side effects, and that's what you're going to see with herbs. Okay. And that's a big difference between Western medicine and traditional medicine, is the side effects whenever it comes to different medicines. Okay. And with herbs, you'd have to dig up, somebody really overdosing on an herb to get them to throw up, or have a side effect of maybe diarrhea. Okay, because it would take a massive amount. We're taking the medicinal uh, extractions from that herb or that bark or that leaf, and turning it into a wonderful medicinal herb. Okay, feverfew is another one that's in the Stay Restored. Then we get to boswellia. Okay, this is also known in Ayurvedic medicine, as an amazing herb. It is the Boswellia serrata. It's legendary Ayurvedic herbal medicine for rheumatism, arthritis, bursitis, osteoarthritis, and rheumatoid arthritis. Its actions, it comes from the gum of the tree, and it's a sticky residue, is how they get this herb. And but boswellia is another ingredient, and it's in the Stay Restored. When I was looking it up on the Youngevity site, it's also in the Pro Joint FX. Okay, so boswellia is also in that product as well. Okay, and so those are just three of the ingredients that I pulled from the Stay Restored. There, of course, has more, you know, because here's the thing that you usually know about joint products, especially, is the glucosamine, the MSM, the, you know, the chondroitin. You know that, you know, you're supposed to supplement with that because that's the building blocks that's going to really help the joints. But then you get these medicinal herbs that comes in that is just really helpful to get you back, you know, from you know, get you moving, you know, knee pain, you know, all that. And so when you can have one that has anti-inflammatories and pain relieving herbs, it's just pretty amazing. You know, you also get, you know, the boswellia is frankincense. Okay. And so, you know, we have, you know, oils, especially the trauma oil that contains frankincense. And that is also another name for boswellia, is frankincense. And so it is, you know, amazing that you can also get that in the essential oils that we also have. And the trauma oil is amazing whenever it comes to joint health. Okay, so that's the Stay Restored.
Before you move on to the Stay Restored, though, whenever I saw this product, I'm like, that's incredible, because I was making my own tinctures using white willow bark, using feverfew. I was using the boswellia. And then you have a couple other ingredients in there that, as you mentioned, you've got the glucosamine sulfate in there and the manganese. And I'm like, I don't have to make my own anymore. Yay. So I was super excited. And then you mentioned the tinctures, you know, because the tinctures are what I used. I can't say most, because I was making my own powders and putting them into my own capsules. But yeah, your formulas just were so impressive to me. When I saw the Sta-Natural line, I was super excited to be able to try them. Not only try them, I mean, that was 8 years ago, and I still take them and some of them are just when needed. Like when you're moving and you strain something, that's when I use my Stay Restored. But I love the Sta-Natural line. So that Stay Restored was one of my first ones that I tried.
You know, and the Stay Restored, when it goes to all of our supplements, it is the number one consistent, the number one, you know, product that is selling out of our line. Has always been the number one seller, and it's because people can feel a difference. And you know, you talked about, you know, working in the yard or doing extra things, and that's whenever you take it. You know, that's great. I take it every day, just, you know, for that glucosamine chondroitin. But whenever I need it, I can increase it. You can increase this product, you know, times 4 at any time. You know, just to, like, if you're in a lot of pain, and you know, I like how Dr. Wallach and you are really hitting hard on inflammation. Okay, you know, every disease starts with chronic inflammation, but when we get in pain, okay, is usually when, you know, a person is quick to have a surgery, quick to you know, do something drastic, because pain, people can, you know, when it comes to blood pressure and all that kind of stuff, you know, people deal with that. But when it comes to pain, is something that is so serious that we have to get people out. So these pain relievers that goes into it is beautiful. And I thank you for loving this product just as much as I love this product, because it does make a difference and does help people, you know, get them started, so then they can start absorbing the 9 essential nutrients and start absorbing, you know, building that glucose, you know, the synovial fluid, and building, you know, the cartilage, you know, between the knee. But if we can get them out of pain, okay, and that's what this product does, especially, is that. So
well, and before I found herbs, I was using over-the-counter pain relievers because I was allergic to the narcotics that they had tried giving me. And it got to the point I was using them so much, I was having kidney and liver issues. And that's one of the things that pushed me into looking at herbal medicine to help myself without having that chemical side effect that was destroying my insides. So, folks, if you're living on painkillers, there's other options. And for me, inflammation, and this is what I've learned, inflammation is like a wake-up call. It's like Dr. Wallach says, that red light on the dashboard of your car. It's like, hey, dummy, you need to pay attention. Something needs some help. And that doesn't mean cut it off and replace it. So thank you so much for that. I'm going to let you go back to it.
Well, and I want to say one thing, since you did mention you were on a lot of different over-the-counter pain relievers. Okay, we know them to cause liver damage. I mean, it says right on the bottle the side effects. Okay, what people also don't understand is it destroys healthy bacteria. Okay, they think about the increasing of like getting an ulcer, or having bloody stools, or because of taking that, and they think about the thinning and causing an ulcer in the stomach. But it also destroys all the healthy gut bacteria, so it destroys your immune system as well as. And so when you could take something natural that doesn't have those side effects, it's beautiful. It really is.
It is very beautiful. Very beautiful. Yeah, so that might be part of why you're having digestive issues, folks, not just having the ulcers, the bleeding ulcers, but diarrhea, constipation, irritable bowel syndrome, all of these different digestive issues that, just it'll go away, or you take a laxative, or you take an anti-diarrheal. Folks, it doesn't have to be that way. When the cell stops, or when the body stops reproducing cells, I mean, it's after we're dead. So as long as you're still breathing, there's still hope, no matter what your age is, of being able to generate healthy cells. And what you're learning about on this program are some of the tools to help you do that and get through the discomforts that you're having, so that you can get through it. So thank you so much, Dr. Laura. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay. So another product that I wanted to go over today is a product called Hope. Okay. Hope is a supportive blood cleanser. It is, I mean, it's fantastic whenever it goes to cleaning the blood. And our blood is our lifeline. Okay. And so, she was talking about cells. She was talking about, you got to keep your blood clean. And this is a super blood purifier. Now, there's lots of fantastic ingredients in there, but like I said, I was pulling from Dr. Wallach's book. And so if you're just now joining us, we're talking about Let's Play Herbal Doctor. And, we get to pull, from these ingredients that we put in this product, but we get to read about it more in depth in Dr. Wallach's book. Okay. So the first ingredient, and you'll see this in a lot of our products, it's in our Eat Less, it's also in our Stay Clear, but it's called burdock. Burdock root is a fantastic, amazing ingredient, and it's such a blood cleanser, okay? And so on page 237, it is a remedy used for gout, kidney stones, fevers, colds, urinary tract infection, acne, boils, abscesses, eczema, psoriasis, arthritis, and rheumatism. Okay, that's what that ingredient, okay, that has been used in traditional Chinese medicine, has been used in Ayurvedic medicine to treat those conditions, the burdock root. It is a super blood purifier. Its actions contain glycosides, flavonoids, tannins, natural antibiotics, inulin, and it has a cleansing, diuretic, hypoglycemic, lowering blood sugar, anti-tumor, antifungal, smooth muscle relaxant, antibiotic, and antiseptic properties. Okay, and so burdock root is one of those ingredients that's in the Hope product. Another ingredient that you don't hear about a lot, except in the United States, we're about to have Thanksgiving, so maybe you've had a rhubarb pie or something like that. But we put rhubarb also in the Hope product, okay? And the Chinese rhubarb it stems from used medicinally to treat constipation, diarrhea, dyspepsia, gastritis, fissures, hemorrhoids, acne, burns, boils, and carbuncles. When you think about those conditions, those are all related to not having healthy blood. Okay. And so that is the reason, and we call this program intentional, and you really have to understand that these ingredients are so intentional medicinally to help what we are hoping that this product does for you and to clean your blood. So rhubarb is another ingredient that's in there. Then we have milk thistle, which milk thistle, a lot of people have heard about. They know it's associated to cleansing the liver. It does so much more than that, but the liver, and I was talking about it last night, because people don't understand. If you have a stagnant liver, then everything's going to go wrong in the body. Okay. People think of the liver of just being a detoxification organ, and it is. Okay. But it also is a storage house for cholesterol. It also helps to make cholesterol. It also converts nutrients. Okay. And so when you think about your nutrients and how your body breaks down protein and making amino acids, this is happening in the liver. Okay, in the liver, transports that through the bloodstream, to the body, those nutrients. Okay, and so it's so important to have a healthy liver. So a lot of times people, especially my clients, I'll start them on a cleanse, or I'll start them on especially this hope, maybe take in increased doses, because we got to really detoxify the liver. Okay, so we can get really things going in the body. Okay, so it's an artichoke like food. It helps with appetite loss, liver disease, hepatitis, cirrhosis, inflammatory liver disease, liver toxicity, including chemotherapy, jaundice, gallbladder disease, general tonic for nursing mothers, stimulant and antidote for death cap mushroom poisoning. Okay, so there's a lot of things that it does, but the most important thing is to get that liver properly functioning. And so milk thistle is a beautiful product that contains that as well. Then the next one, and in milk thistles, in a lot of it's in the herbal rainforest with longevity. It's also in the Z radical. I love those two products, and so you're also going to be getting that, okay, in those products especially. Okay. Then we have a product, an ingredient called olive leaf. Now this one just pulls at my heartstrings. Everything in the olive leaf does, okay, and it's just a beautiful ingredient, from being antiviral, antifungal, antiparasitic, natural antibiotic. I mean, it's just a beautiful ingredient. And in the Good Herbs line, they have a product that's called olive leaf. Okay. And that's all that is in it, is the olive leaf. Okay. And so all those things that I just suggested, if you're needing something like that, it's just really good to have in your medicine chest. Okay. That product. But we have it in the Hope product for all those actions as well. But it's been known to treat viral infections, bacterial infections, flu, cold. Oh, it's on Let's Play Herbal Doctor on page 365, okay, in case you're following with me. Herpes 1, 2, the herpes virus 6 and 7, shingles, hepatitis B, pneumonia, tuberculosis, sorry about that, gonorrhea, malaria, dengue fever, so everything that has to do with unhealthy blood, okay, and conditions associated with that, olive leaf has been proven, and that's what they've been using for centuries. But it also helps to regulate HDL and LDL ratio, okay, and it's a diuretic. It helps to soften the earwax, cradle cap, psoriasis, stretch marks, burns, and cleanses wounds. So this is a super ingredient, and it's like I said, it's like a natural antibiotic. We put it in there for that cleansing blood action, and it's intentional that we put it in the Hope product. Okay, then the last one on the Hope that I want to talk about is dandelion. Okay, we all know that in the spring we have dandelions, and they're weeds, and a lot of times a lot of people understand and that it is medicinal, okay, and especially for the liver. I mean, it's just it really cleanses the blood, and there's a whole dandelion aster family, like even marigolds, is a beautiful ingredient too. But the dandelion, it's the green flowers that are eaten as a salad. Flowers and roots are medicinally for appetite loss, indigestion, kidney and bladder stones, diuretic, edema, liver and gallbladder. This is all on page 271. and constipation, hemorrhoids, diabetes. I mean, there's just so many things that it does. And it's an incredible ingredient, and we have it in the Hope product. Okay, it's one of those ingredients. We also have sheep sorrel, which is a fantastic ingredient. Quercetin, odorless garlic, protease, fungal, amylase, lipase, so it helps to break down. And we have also the noni leaf, the red raspberry. So it's pretty packed. I mean, this product is, you know, in Becca, I people will go on a heavy cleanse, okay, and we have that 30-day liver cleanse, but this is a daily. This is something you take daily, and I don't care if you feel like you're so healthy. This is a product that everybody should be taking. I'm sorry, you know, you take it right with the 90 essential nutrients. It's just fantastic, and to keep the blood clean.
And I just wanted to mention for those of you, because we just had quite a few people just join us, the book that Dr. Laura is reading ingredients and benefits from, well, not the ingredients, but the benefits of the ingredients that are in this amazing product was written by Dr. Joel Wallach and Dr. Ma Lan, the Let's Play Herbal Doctor. You can find it at drjwallach.com. Give them a call at 800-755-4656 and say, I want Let's Play Herbal Doctor. This is the very first book that I bought of Dr. Wallach's. I mean, I've got a whole collection of herbal medicine books, you know, herbal remedy books, encyclopedias of herbs. But of Dr. Wallach's books, this was the one that got my attention when I found out his philosophy. So, and then I met Dr. Laura, and I just loved it. Knew I was in the right place.
You know, I think Becca, I was right with you, because when I saw that, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I want that book, because, and I'm like you, I have all these herbal books and I get lost in them and I love them. And because you guys, when I get so excited whenever I think that an herb, and I think of it like medicine, and you know, you have to, you know, think about that. And it's just, you know, like we said, instead of just, you know, surviving, you want to aim to thrive. Okay, and that's where these herbs get to play in a big part of your daily, you know, these 9 essential nutrients. We know, you know, and we know.
Oh no, I was afraid we weren't going to lose her, that she froze. Her audio kept going. She will be back. Folks, thank you so much. We're going to just take this little bit of time and thank each and every one of you for being here with us, investing in yourself with knowledge to help you, and putting and knowing what is available so that you can help yourself, help your family, help your community, and do it in a more natural way. That's what Daily with Doc is all about, is sharing natural options. So, Dr. Laura, are you back? Let me see. Did she make it back yet? Nope, not yet. So, folks, we're just going to keep on going as we only have a few more minutes. Bill, I see your hand. I'm sorry. If Dr. Laura comes back, then we're definitely going to jump in. But, folks, Dr. Laura has a program called Let's Talk Product, where every Wednesday evening, 6 p.m. Pacific time, she talks about a specific health concern or area of the body and concern, and then the products that Youngevity offers for that concern. And I absolutely love it, because she is so much into the nutrients and the herbs themselves and their function within the body. She does an amazing job. So if you'd like to get some information about her call, please reach out to us at through our email, info@dailywithdoc.com, and we'll get that info so that you can plug into her call every Wednesday night as well. Just an amazing thing that she does as another tool for our community. So as we're going through, and Doc, I'm just going to bring you on. Can you unmute, Dr. Wallach? Do you want to talk to me today? I know you got to talk to me tomorrow and and Thursday. You want to talk to me today?
I'm sorry?
Do you want to talk to me today?
Well, of course. I
Well,
want to thank you. I want to thank you for bringing all this information to our followers and members, users of our products, our neighbors, our church mates, our families. And of course, the holidays are coming up. This is, we've got Thanksgiving, we've got the Christmas holidays and so forth coming up. And, take them out to dinner, that's fine. But they don't remember that the next day. Okay? If you want to do something for somebody, give them the 90 essential nutrients, give them hope.
Yeah.
Okay? Give them our, what should I say, I-26. Give them our plant-derived colloidal minerals. All these sorts of things will add health. You can add 25 to 50 healthful years to their life. I mean, what a gift. 25 to 50 healthful years that medicine can't do. You have to appreciate the longest lived people right now are Pakistanis. In America, our lifespan is 75.7. Okay. The white doctors in America live to be 75.7. The black medical doctors live to be 68.7. And the Pakistanis live to be 120. Now, the interesting thing about them, they don't have a single medical doctor in the Hunza population. They only use herbalists and the water coming down from the mountains, which is the land flowing with milk and honey, which is in the old Bible 2,000 years ago. This was, they knew there was something in special places, and they pointed and said, God must have done this in these special places for special people. When you lived there and you drank that water and cooked in that water and watered your garden with that water, you lived to be well beyond 100. And if you just live sort of 50 miles, 100 miles, 200 miles, 1,000 miles away from those lands flowing with milk and honey, you could die in your 20s. Okay, it was very common for people to die in their 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s back then because they weren't getting the nutrients. They were growing wheat and eating everything: wheat pancakes, wheat bread, wheat muffins, wheat noodles, and they're doing all the wrong stuff because they were misinterpreting what the Bible said. And so we're so glad for our team. Our team right now, I don't know how many tens of thousands of people we have right now who are actually members of Youngevity. I'll find out and I'll let you know tomorrow how many are actually involved. But it's tens of thousands.
It's not a saturated market, Dr. Wallach. And speaking of herbs, it looks like Dr. Laura did make it back. So we're going to, and there was a couple things that we wanted to continue before we have to close.
Okay.
So thank you, Dr. Wallach, for being on. We greatly appreciate that and for sharing some wisdom and knowledge with us. So folks, make sure that you come back and join us Wednesdays and Thursdays, as we do have Dr. Wallach on with us. Unless it's a holiday, we do give him the day off and allow him to be able to spend time with his family, which I know he considers us family as well. But we want to make sure that you, where you're at, don't feel guilty about not being here, and you can actually be present with your family on the holidays. So, Dr. Laura, thank you for making it back. Greatly appreciate that.
I guess that was supposed to happen so we could hear from Dr. Wallach,
I guess so.
Thank you, Dr. Wallach. I appreciate it. And I appreciate everything that you do. And so, okay, so I was talking about the Hope product, and we were talking about, all the fantastic ingredients. And I think that Marilyn even put the sheep sorrel and the other ingredients. It's just so fantastic in there. And I would like to go over one more product if I have time.
Yes, you do.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So we have a product called Stay Young. Okay. Oops. Hang on. Okay. Sorry, that was my computer that came back, and I don't want to do that to you guys again. And I apologize. Okay, so Stay Young is a super antioxidant. And we were talking about especially I was talking about last night about cholesterol, and we know how important cholesterol is. And but we were talking about oxidative stress. And when your body has oxidative stress, and so that's actually what causes the plaque in the arteries. And it comes from fried foods, the wrong oils, doing margarine instead of butter. And so antioxidants come in and they fight those free radicals, that oxidative stress. And so this is an anti-aging product, and it has a lot of super powerful antioxidants in it. And I'm going to tell you a few that actually was in Dr. Wallach's book. And so on page 379 is an ingredient called pine bark. Okay. And pine bark is a remedy used for bronchitis, asthma, tuberculosis, fever, neuralgia, arthritis, rheumatism, sore throat. It's also helpful for infections. Okay. And so the pine needles contain this oil, and we have some essential oils that also have the pine bark in them as well. But what it does is it goes in there and it tries to stomp out that oxidative stress, that free radical, and which is so important. Another ingredient is grapeseed extract that we put in. A lot of people know those as the OPCs. And, when you're talking about antioxidants, okay, you want antioxidants also to cross over that blood-brain barrier. Okay. And so grapeseed extract is one of those nutrients that can do that. What does that mean? Because people are saying, okay, what is the blood-brain barrier? Well, our brain is protected. So only certain nutrients can actually cross over and get in. Okay. And so when you're talking about antioxidants, it's trying to, carry those nutrients. They're in minute, form, and they can actually cross over the blood-brain barrier and help the cells, okay, and help us think better, different things like that. We have a lot of adaptogens. I love the new Rise and Restore that has all the adaptogens. We also have an adaptogen coffee. Those are also, great ingredients that some of them can also cross over the blood-brain barrier. Well, grapeseed extract is also one of those ingredients. And so it is a remedy for antioxidant. It's also for capillary weakness, bruising, diabetes, macular degeneration, varicose veins. I get that question all the time about varicose veins. Well, grapeseed extract is one of those that really helps those veins in the elasticity and actually make them stronger. Okay. Wound healing, bronchitis, coughs, heavy bleeding. It's also an expectorant. And so it's just a pretty neat ingredient, and it contains those OPCs, and which is able to cross over that blood-brain barrier. So that's another ingredient that's in the Stay Young. I love this product. And I love the intention of this product, like I said, because when we talk about, and that's sort of been the theme for our show is intentional nutrition. And when we're talking about these ingredients and these herbs, this ingredient alone is very intentional. Okay. And so OPCs, antioxidants, to go in and fight those free radicals. I got on at a moment, and I was hearing Dr. Wallach talk about also, water and different things. And I was thinking about, what we live with today, and the environment that we live in today, and how critical and how important it is for us to understand that we got these free radicals floating through our bloodstream. When you walk outside and somebody's spraying the yard and these pesticides and these insecticides and from what we eat, these all cause oxidative damage, and this all are considered free radicals. So the only way, not the only way, but one way to get rid of those is to actually supplement with antioxidants. Now, the BTT is full of antioxidants. This is another product that you can add to, and help you with that antioxidant potential. Okay, and so the grapeseed, the pine bark, it also has the citrus bioflavonoids, which is super cool ingredient. It's also got the hesperidine complex, which hesperidine is on the pith of the fruit. Okay, so when you're talking about your lemons, your limes, the pith, which is the inside, okay, the pith of that is where you get the hesperidine. And hesperidine actually also helps to absorb your nutrients. Okay, it's an incredible ingredient that actually helps you to absorb your nutrients as well. And so it's great. It's got green tea, and then it's also got the astaxanthin, which is a superfood, and it's in this product as well. So it's a great super antioxidant. And one thing that you're also getting with the Sta-Natural line that you get to add to the 9 essential nutrients is this is a very affordable line. Okay. So when you're talking about antioxidants and you want that extra fighting of those free radicals, this is a very affordable product as well, that you can add right to it. It's very anti-aging, and it's an incredible product. So now I'm going to switch over, if you don't mind, and I will talk about the meal replacement because I know we're running out of time. What do you think, Becca?
Yes, let's do it. And then we
Okay.
have hands up with questions as well.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So when we were talking about our product line, everything was intentional. Okay. And so when I developed this protein, protein is, a fundamental building block, to make those amino acids. I mean, people need to understand protein is crucial for every function in the body. And, as we age, we tend to not get as much protein. And as we are younger, we tend to not get as much protein. Okay. And so when my son was going to go play college football is whenever I actually designed this product. Okay. And most people will put 1 to 2 sources of protein, and we put 5 in a product called TMR. Okay. TMR is it can be a meal replacement, but it can also be a supplement. It can be a pre-workout. It can be a post-workout, really, especially post-workout, because the whey protein, we got 2 different types of whey. We got isolates and the concentration. And so that actually helps on absorbability. Then we have the milk protein concentrate, which actually helps you stay fuller longer. Okay. And so your body's actually making those amino acids for a longer time. And then we have the chia seeds, and then we also have the egg protein. Okay. That all goes into the TMR. There's no artificial sweeteners, sugars. We were able to achieve the taste with the stevia and the low fruit. And so, which took us about 2 years, the manufacturer definitely wanted to put fructose in it, and I already had a lot of diabetics that were a part of our company, and so I didn't want that spike in the glucose. I didn't want that spike, and so we were able to achieve the taste, but it took 2 years. And what's great about this shake, you guys, is it's the #1 selling shake with longevity, and it's the only shake that's being shipped out of Mexico. Okay, and so longevity has really vested a lot of interest in this because, it just tastes great. It's chocolate and vanilla. And like I said, a lot of people think of it as a weight loss, okay, in which we are coming up to 2025. People are setting their goals already. But you guys, it's also a reparative product. Okay. So like people that's been in the hospital or recovering from a surgery, you need that protein, okay, to heal. And so protein is just very important. So even people that need to gain weight, you would use it as a supplement, in between your meals. But if you're wanting to lose weight, you can do a meal replacement with that. We also have a vegan version of this that is the Sta-Natural plant-based shake. And so my granddaughter, she's allergic to dairy, anaphylactic. And so thankfully, yes, that's it. Thankfully, Steve let us design this, and it tastes great too. And it's got 3 different types of protein, which it has the pea protein, it has the quinoa and the brown rice. And so fantastic protein shakes. And we didn't leave anybody out. So if you're allergic to dairy, you want the plant-based, and the branched chain amino acids, you guys, are fantastic. It's well over 10,000 on each one of these shakes. And so sometimes when people are looking for their protein, they're also looking for those branched chain amino acids, and to about 10,000 on each jug. So you're getting a good source of branched chain amino acids. So,
and if I may add,
yes,
both of these are almost empty because of me. This one I love putting in with my coffee, but I also love mixing it with my rye, or my Restore, using it as a meal replacement. I love this one as well, just to change it up. And my mom, 85 years old, uses the plant-based protein shake. For some reason, she likes this one better than this one. Not quite sure why, but as not a meal replacement, but in addition to her meals, because she doesn't need to lose weight, but we want to make sure she doesn't lose muscle either. So she's getting the extra protein and the nutrients that are available in the shake. So folks, not just for losing weight, as she had mentioned, but definitely options. And if you were watching us yesterday, Paul Croto mentioned this plant-based shake as a great source of protein. And he talked also about the benefits of protein, this one being a great one for it. So yeah, we're a community and we're working together, Dr. Laura, to help people. Let's try to take a couple questions. And the first question is coming from Bill. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Thank you, Dr. Laura. My question, first one being the prostate products. This time I'm trying the Prostat jojoba. Is there any foods? Is it okay to take it with food, or anything we should stay from, like grapefruits and grapefruit juice?
Okay, so grapefruit, you guys, for anything that you take can actually dilute any product. Okay, so I don't, when you're taking any supplement or medication, that's grapefruit can actually cause a disruption in the absorbability of that product. Okay, and so I don't even suggest people eating grapefruit, honestly. I mean, if you want to eat it as a snack later in the day or something like that, that's fine. And so that's the only ingredient that I would stay away from. Now, the ProsFX is a beautiful product. Okay. Now, if anybody has, the prostate issues, okay, having, issues there as well, also consider the Hope product to add with that. Okay. Now, this is all beyond the 9 essential nutrients, because everybody should be on the 9 essential nutrients. But, for prostate health, the ProsFX and the Hope is great products to add together.
Looking to use the product to elevate testosterone for mood enhancement.
Okay.
General emotional issues.
Okay. And so I'm going to add another product for you. There's a product called Stay Balanced.
Right.
And Stay Balanced is a testosterone boosting product. It's got the Damina leaves in it. It has the yohimbine in it, and that all helps to boost testosterone. And in fact, I had a gentleman that his testosterone was just almost kaput. I mean, and you guys, testosterone starts to tank after the age of 35. And we got him on this product, and he was already using creams and, with his doctor and everything. And he came back and he goes, "You will not believe what this product is doing." And, people don't realize that low testosterone in moods, because you mentioned that, and the moods are, depression. People don't realize that it can be related to low testosterone. And so I'm glad that you mentioned that, Bill.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Bill. And let's next go over to AJ. AJ, who has a question. What question do you have today, AJ?
You caught me in the middle of trying to take
A phone call?
Stay balanced. At any rate, on YouTube, our friend Olga mentions that she's looking to know a comparison between Hope and herbal rainforest. And I have my own question, but if you know a comparison between Hope and an herbal rainforest.
Okay, so, and that's a great question. Okay, so Olga, they're two totally different products, but they do have similar ingredients that is going to help on the detoxification. Herbal rainforest is a great detoxification. It also has extra minerals. It's got the plant-derived minerals in that product, but it is always working to detox. I mean, that is, one of the fantastic things that it does. The Hope also works to detox because it's got also the milk thistle, but it also does different things in the blood. So, like for instance, the sheep sorrel that's in the Hope also helps to increase oxygen. And so that's an incredible ingredient. So when we're talking about especially serious conditions that is associated with the blood, oxygen comes in and it helps to get rid of those blood cells that should not be there. Okay. And so oxygen is great to have in the blood. A lot of times, people that are doing like even the Zytoscan, the Hope will show up on sleep, the sleep category. And the reason it is because it helps to increase oxygen. And so they are two totally different products, but they can be taken together. So if you're looking for a detox, definitely I would take both of those products together.
That's a great question. And if I can just add in, you mentioned the Zytoscan. I did a Zytoscan this morning, and it showed that I'm 5 years younger than I actually am. I loved that. Folks, if you're interested in doing a Zytoscan, reach out to us. And if you're not working with somebody, we can get you some information on using the link, which is a remote scan using your smartphone, which is absolutely fantastic how it all works. So reach out at info@dailywithdoc.com for information on getting a Zytoscan as well. AJ, your question.
So Dr. Laura, Stay Vital is a vitamin supplement. But then my question is, so now could you make a version of the 90 using Stay Vital and plant-derived minerals? What is a strategy, because it is affordable, what's a strategy that one might use the Sta-Natural products to kind of build their 90 essential nutrients foundation?
That is a great question. And yes, Stay Vital is more or less going to replace the BTT. So is coming at a vitamin, connection there. Now, it also has a good source of copper, and it also has a good source of iodine. Okay. So a lot of people will use the Stay Vital in conjunction also with the BTT. You can take both. Okay. Then you would want to, if you're trying to do a version within our line, okay, you would do the Stay Vital. Then you would also do the Stay Restored. Okay, that's where you're getting the glucosamine, the chondroitin, the MSM. Okay, then you would add the plant-derived minerals, and then you have to do some sort of calcium magnesium product. And Longevity has several to pull from. One that's very affordable is the CalMag from the Biomedics brand. Okay, those right there, okay, is giving you a version of your 90 essential nutrients. Okay, that's just a little bit more of an affordable way that you can get that, but at least you're getting 90 essential nutrients from that.
And so we would add like the essential fatty acids, though, correct?
Yes. I'm sorry. The Projoba Omegas.
Okay.
Is the ones I would add because it's the more affordable one to add.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
And I think it still is all under $100 when people do that.
That's one thing that I absolutely love about Longevity and how they've pulled in amazing companies like the Sta-Natural line and you into their umbrella of products so that we are able to tailor a program for the individual, which is fantastic. And I mean, your line in itself. So stay energized, folks. People ask me, how are you always so chipper? Got a secret ingredient. And it just helps. And it's not an artificial high. It's not something you go up and then crash. Not at all. And some days I take one, most days I only take one. Some days if I'm like, did not get any sleep because my teammates kept me up all night, which is really sad because they're 3 hours ahead of me, meaning I kept them up even later. But folks, there is so much to discover in what Longevity has to offer. And when we have great, amazing doctors who have joined within the company and promoting nutrition. Folks, if your doctor is not promoting nutrition, you need to find a new doctor. If they're quick to write you a prescription without making any type of dietary recommendations, you need to find a new doctor. I did. I found Dr. Wallach. Dr. Wallach is now my primary care physician. Not that he takes any patients like that and doesn't take insurance, but folks, I've made an investment into myself. Not only have I made an investment into myself, I've been able to surround myself with amazing people, absolutely amazing people that help in supporting each and every one of us to be able to make those decisions, to create a better health journey from going from barely surviving to thriving each and every day. We do have one more question, one more hand up. Patty, do you have a quick question? Let me get you to unmute here, please. Hi, Hattie. Can you unmute?
Thank
There
you.
you are.
It is a quick question. This has been phenomenal. Dr. Laura, question. When you are dealing with blood pressure, and if your bottom number continues to rise, what is the deficiency?
Okay, so calcium, magnesium, copper, those are all the main deficiencies whenever it comes from the top number or the bottom number. And so increasing those, with the 90 essential nutrients. Okay, another product that I like that I put with is the cow toddy. I really like the cow toddy to be taken with the Beyond Osteo. Okay, so or the cow mag, and what I look for whenever it comes to calcium and magnesium, you always want at least a 1-to-4 ratio. Okay, so what that means is calcium, say it's 1,000 milligrams, then you want at least a fourth of that to be also with magnesium. And the beauty part of our products, you get that. Now, you also want to, the Ultimate Daily Classic is a fantastic product whenever it comes to blood pressure. I would make sure that they're off the 10 bad foods as well, because a lot of times if they're eating fried food or oils, that's causing the inflammation and that's causing that blood pressure to rise. And so you definitely want to look at getting off anything that's inflammatory, because that's going to cause also the blood pressure. Another thing is stress. You guys, stress and how we handle stress. And so if that is also a situation, then the B vitamins comes in, because, that's the first thing that goes when we get stressed is the B vitamins. And so we also have a beautiful product called De-Stress. De-Stress is also great with that as well. And then you have all the cardiovascular products like our Stay Cardio, the Pro Cardio FX.
Awesome. Thank you.
And we have a request. So if you were putting together a protocol for somebody who has blood pressure issues, incorporating the Sta-Natural line, what would be your protocol?
Okay, so just pulling from the Sta-Natural line?
Sta-Natural line, and then whatever Sta-Natural doesn't have, pulling that in.
Okay, so you definitely want to get on, the 90 essential nutrients, okay? And also you want extra selenium, because that's also in the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. Then for my line, okay, you want to think of the cardiovascular system, okay? And that's the Stay Cardio, which is a beautiful product. Then you want to think about the blood. That's the Hope, which is a blood cleanser. And then the Super Antioxidant, which is the Stay Young. Those are the ones that we grab from whenever it comes to high blood pressure.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And one more question coming in from YouTube. ZZ Captain says, if we have enough time, might you have her explain tinctures? That's a new term for a guy like me.
Okay, so tinctures is a fun, and whenever I know Becca's done this too, and it is fun to make a tincture, okay? And you're using a solvent that's got a base of alcohol, okay? And so it takes about 2 weeks, depending, maybe even 3 weeks to make a tincture. And you take the herbs, you put them and you blend them, or the bark or whatever, and it's going to soak in the solvent of alcohol for 2 to 3 weeks. Okay. And so it's another method of getting an herbal remedy. Okay. Now, Longevity already has a tincture, which is with the Good Herbs brand. Okay. And so they've already done that. You don't have to make it, at home. And so it's just another delivery method. So tinctures you can ingest. Okay. You can also rub it in the skin. Okay. Like especially the bone and tissue support. It helps also, like, with your ankles or whatever you're trying to heal. You can put that tincture on top of, like you were using it like an essential oil. Okay. Essential oils are different. Okay. It still is a different method of being able to get an herbal formula, but you do not ingest those. Okay. Tinctures you can ingest, or you can put it on the body, and essential oils you just put on the body. Okay. Then you have our line, which is the capsules. And so that's another thing that people love. Sometimes people can't do powders, and some people can't do liquids. And so the Sta-Natural line is handy, okay, to take on the road with you and do different things like that.
Yes. And so that's why one of the reasons why I loved finding the Good Herbs line is because I'm not a heavy drinker, but when I was making tinctures and I was buying 10, 12 bottles of alcohol at a time, and it's not just any alcohol, folks. In fact, before even knowing about Dr. Wallach, I was using the grain-free alcohols. And depending on whether it's the aerial part, the root part, the bark, it takes a different percentage of alcohol, a different proof. So it's a whole science in itself, not something that I would recommend you trying at home. Just go with the Good Herbs line. They know what they're doing. They've got those blends down pat. And get with the person that shared this program with you, or your Longevity distributor, and say, hey, I want some more information about what might be beneficial for me with those tinctures. Now, one thing she mentioned, you can take them internal. You can also rub them on the skin, rub them on the area. It absorbs right in, especially with it being an alcohol base. That absorption is so fast. I think it's even faster than 26 seconds. And we've got we have more questions coming in. Oh my goodness. I'm supposed to keep this on a radio clock. It's not happening. So question first for swelling, leg swelling, or edema. What would be a recommendation that you would recommend for somebody that's experiencing edema? And actually it could be in the legs or the arms or the hands, anywhere.
Okay, so so when you have a collection of fluid, okay, wherever it is, okay, even a distended tummy, or anything like that, to get the water weight off, okay, you have to get something that's going to stimulate the kidneys to get rid of it. Okay, so from our brand, the Eat Less is a fantastic product to really stimulate and get rid of water weight. Okay. That goes in, and it actually helps to stimulate the kidneys and to actually help with that as well. Another one is the kidney and bladder support with the Good Herbs line. Those two are just really good products to help with that. Then you have the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack that you want to do, because there's something when you start collecting fluid, okay, then you have something that's going on with the cardiovascular system. So the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack is going to give you the building blocks to be able to get rid of it. And then you take these extra herbs to actually, get it flushed through the system. And one thing that people do that they shouldn't, is whenever your body starts collecting fluid, you're afraid to drink water. You're afraid to drink anymore because you don't want to swell anymore. And you have to get that flushed out. So I even suggest when you wake up in the morning, either using apple cider vinegar diluted in water, or a lemon, okay, to help to get rid of, things that the body was holding on in the middle of the night. And so it actually helps, to flush out things as well. And so the lemon water as well as the apple cider vinegar.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Do you have time for one more question?
Yes.
All right. Marilyn, what question do you have for Dr. Laura
Okay, I
Teddy?
don't know if it's a quick question, but what's the main difference between herbs and vitamins, amino acids, and minerals?
Okay, so vitamins, minerals, and amino acids, we should be getting it from a food source. Okay, so we know that that we can't get the vitamins and minerals out of our soil anymore. Okay, from the plants, what fed the plants, and so we have to supplement with that. Each vitamin and mineral, just like doctor talks about, Dr. Wallach, is essential for the body. And so when you think about this, we should be getting it from our food, okay, and from that way, but we can't, and so we have to supplement with it. Herbs are medicinal, okay, so they're taking part of the plant that has been studied, and they take like a bark, or it's not a vitamin or mineral, it's a medicinal constituent of that plant, and then they use it for medicine. So it's two completely different, even though to feed the white willow, okay, it had to have minerals and vitamins and the right soil to make it, but it is different. There is, in medicinal plants, there is levels of vitamins, okay, because you're taking it from the root or the plant, and so it will have levels, but not anything measurable to get when you take a vitamin mineral supplement.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Great question. Now, Marilyn, just stay up here because it is time to close out the show. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us beyond time. And thank you, Dr. Laura, for not giving up whenever technical difficulties, booted you out. You came right back. Thank you so much. And folks, thank you to all of you, whether you're watching us out on YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, Audible, Amazon Music, Amazon TV, Apple TV, Apple Music, Rumble, Instagram, X, Brighteon. And I know I'm missing a lot, but let us know that you're there. If there's not a way to comment or subscribe, make sure that you send us a message at info@dailywithdoc.com. Let us know where you are in this big, beautiful, round earth, and also what platform you are watching us or listening to us on. We want to know where our reach is and where we need to increase what we're doing. So, folks, thank you so much again for joining us. I could not do this without a team. Dr. Laura is part of that team, as she's bringing the valuable information that she has learned, including what she's learned from Dr. Wallach, who started our crusades. Thank you, Doc, for being here and adding to the show as well. We look forward to seeing and hearing you tomorrow. Again, folks, we are here Monday through Friday, except for holidays, at 12 p.m. Pacific time. You can go to zoom.dailywithdoc.com. Again, that's Zoom, ZOOM.dailywithdoc.com, and get information, or it actually takes you right into the Zoom room. Or you can follow us on the different channels and see us live stream. Or you know what the great thing is about it? It's there for you to watch over and over anytime, share, and be able to bless somebody else as well. So with my team, we have on with us Marilyn. Marilyn, again, is doing an amazing job putting the information into the chat, which is only available here in the live Zoom. So thank you so much, Marilyn, for blessing us with that talent. And we have Ruth Ellen, who is my executive production manager, helping to keep us all organized, making sure that everything is going where it's supposed to be, and pulling it all together so that it can get to where it's supposed to be. Thank you so much, Ruth Ellen. And we have Rod, who is our warden today, making sure people get into the Zoom room out of the waiting room. So thank you so much, Rod, as we wouldn't have a live audience if we didn't have somebody letting them in promptly so that they could hear
the message as well. So thank you, Rod. And we have Sherry, who is part of the technical crew, who helps to put all of the information together so that we can push it to Ruth Ellen, and then push it out to all of you, wherever you may be watching. And we have AJ. AJ has been so helpful in helping us get out on all these different platforms and making sure that we're getting the newsletter out so that you can get the information about how to connect, and then also to see us later, or just the articles that are going out to help you, again, put things in your toolbox to help you go from survive to thrive. My name is Becca Dukes. As the Director of Student Services for the Institute of Holistic Health, it would be doing you a disservice if I did not offer to you our Certified Holistic Health Coach course. This course teaches about the 4 areas of health, how they're affected by nutritional deficiencies, and what you can do to help correct those deficiencies. But not just that, it goes into all 8 areas of life, which then is why we do whole with a W, holistic, because we're looking at more than just what goes in your mouth, folks. So join us, find out more information. Go to coach.dailywithdoc.com. Again, that's coach.dailywithdoc.com to enroll in the Certified Holistic Health Coach course. And hey, if you want to save 50%, give our call team a call, as they have a special code that we are offering so that you can save 50% on some amazing knowledge to become certified as a holistic health coach, whether it's for your own personal use or to help your community. Because as we're helping ourselves, our families, our communities, and each one of us are doing that, we're helping the world. So be empowered today. Join us tomorrow as we are here again on Daily with Doc and Becca. Until next time. Oh, 855 coach. If you want to learn how to coach, if you want to make a purchase and you're not already working with somebody, 855-949-3377. Until next time. Bye for now. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have the founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have the founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel